Adam Shea from Primetime Guitar here. Today we're going to be doing a continuation of the Unlocking the Fretboard series, particularly the one we did looking at the blues scales. So today basically we're going to have 5 different licks, one for each position, that should help you to be able to understand the positions and the scale a little bit more, plus just be able to add a little bit of fun and bluesy goodness to your lick vocabulary. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so for the first lick we're going to be looking at, we're going to start in our good old buddy pattern 4 minor pentatonic in the key of A minor. So that's going to start on the 5th fret, or position 5th fret of the low E string. So it's going to sound a little bit like this. Alright, so basically what that is, it's going to start on the 8th fret of the B string, and that's going to bend up one whole step to the A note, which is our root. That's going to sound like the note that you're hitting at the 10th fret of the B string. So that's the goal there, is to get it all the way up to the A. After that, we're going to go with our 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the G string. And then we're going to slide that up and then immediately back down. So up to the 8th fret, then back down to the 7th. So what we got there is... And then after that there's a pull off onto the 5th fret of that same string. And then we're going to go back to the 7th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, and then down to the 7th fret of the D string. So what that whole little second part of it is, sounds like this. Alright. So hopefully that makes sense. We're on to the next lick. Alright, for the next lick, we're going to be in pattern 5. If you need a refresher, that's going to be this. Alright, so this lick is going to sound like... Alright, so basically what that is, it's going to start on the 10th fret, but it's going to be pre-bent up to the 11th fret, or the note that would sound. So that's the note we're looking for. So start with that bent, then let it go, and then just pull off from the 10th to the 8th. And then for the second part, it was the exact same thing, except the pull off goes a little bit farther, and we're going to end on the A on the B string, so that's going to be the 10th fret. So what that one sounds like again. Alright, it's a short, simple one, but a lot of bluesy licks are like that, and it's just kind of helping your vocabulary get somewhere, maybe a little filler piece, so I like a lot of stuff like that. But let's head on to the next one. Alright, so the next lick that we're looking at, it's going to be based off of the pattern 1 shape, although this one does share very closely with that last pattern, the pattern 5. So it's going to be sort of a combination of both, but I am basing it off of pattern 1. So this one's going to sound like... Alright, so basically what this one is, it's going to start on the 12th fret of the E string, and then go to the 10th fret on the B string. And then from there we're going to go to the 11th fret on the E string, and then pull off onto the 10th fret. So what that is... Alright, and for the second half of that lick, we're going to go to the 13th fret of the B string with our pinky, and then pull off onto the 10th fret of that same string. Then we're going to hit the G, the 12th fret of the G string, and then back up to the A, the 10th fret on the B string. So slow, that's... Perfect, on to the next one. All right, the next lick we're gonna be looking at is out of pattern 2. It's gonna sound a little bit like this. Cool, so basically what that is, we're going to start with a double stop on the G and B strings at the 12th fret, immediately do a hammer on onto the 13th fret of the B string and the 14th fret of the G string. So after that, we're going to hit that again and then pull off down back to the 12th fret. And a nice slide off of that. You don't have to if you want, just a little added effect. The next thing that we're going to hit, it's going to be a pre-bent note at the 15th fret. It's going to be a half step, so it's going to be the sound that we get on the 16th fret of the B string. Alright, so we start with the pre-bend, let go of it down to the 15th, the natural note there, and then we're going to pick the 13th fret after that. And then after that, we're going to go up to the 15th fret of the E string and bend that up to the A. So that whole lick slow. Cool. One more after this. All right, and for the last lick, we're going to be in pattern 3. I know we learned it down at the 5th fret. We're actually going to be an octave up for this one, so at the 17th fret. Otherwise, the shape is still the same thing, just frets are a little bit more cramped. But the lick is going to sound like this. Cool, and basically what this one is it's going to be a hammer-on from 15 to 17. And then a pull off back down to the 15, down to the 17th fret of the B string. From there we go to the 15 and walk up to the 16, then to the 17th fret on the G string, and then down to the 14th fret on the G string. So that's going to end on our root. Slow, it's going to sound like this. Alright, so that's the end of that lesson. Hopefully you're able to take something from it. Knowing some blues licks is always a good thing. They are perfect in many, many situations and definitely just good to have in your arsenal. If you're interested in following us, we are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, obviously, all the social media stuff, so you can always stay up to date. We're pumping stuff out a few times a week. Always looking for suggestions from you guys. If you want to see something in particular, we are here to help you out, and if you want to see something, we are more than happy to take a look into it and get a lesson going for you. But other than that, I'm Shea. Thank you for watching.